Steve Kim here. So excited. Steve Kim Show episode number 181. For today's Steve Kim Show, I'm going to hit you with my top 5 real estate predictions in 2022 as it relates to the Toronto and GTA markets. And please be sure to watch to the end because I'm going to share with you my biggest, boldest, and most wildest prediction yet. Now, being a team lead and leading some incredible agents, we've helped place over 100 fantastic families find their dream homes in 2021. So with this active boots on the ground experience, coupled with the fact that we study the markets daily, I'd like to think that we know what we're talking about. And if you find value in what I'm sharing with you today, please be sure to hit subscribe to the YouTube channel and click that bell for notifications. And if you have specific questions with regards to real estate in 2022, please be sure to check out my Calendly link and let's book a quick 15-minute chat either in person or virtually to get you on the right plan and track in 2022. So let's get right into it. My top 5 real estate predictions in 2022. Number 1, let's go. My first prediction is no, we're not going to see the market crash or even the bubble burst. Don't forget, even if home prices were to drop by about 20%, that would put us to where homes were selling back in February of 2021, about 10 months ago. And if homes were even to drop in value by 50%, that would put us into where homes were selling back of late 2015. Again, with less overall inventory, continued strong buyer demand, pressure on the rental market. And what I mean by that the rental units are going to get gobbled up at a lightning fast speed in 2022, and the continued appropriate mortgage qualification restrictions, I don't see the market crashing or even the bubble bursting in 2022. Sorry to burst your bubble. That being said, if you do disagree with me, please be sure to comment below. And prediction number 2, we will see another double-digit increase in the freehold housing sector. I predict we will see anywhere from about a 10 to 12% increase in Q1 and in Q2 of the beginning of 2022. Now, this will largely be fueled to the fact that we will not come close to seeing the levels of inventory required to help cool our market or even satisfy buyer demand. With continued massive delays in the new home sector, thus delaying new product coming to the market, new construction starts, more net immigration flocking into the city and GTA, pandemic shifts in buyer preferences, and continued historically low interest rates for the time being means a recipe for only one thing. Affordability will continue to decrease, making it difficult for buyers to enter the market, which will ultimately fuel price appreciation into Q1 and Q2 of 2022. The 2 areas I predict will be impacted the greatest will be the first-time home buyer segment and the first-time move-up buyer segment. And these are the buyers who already own their first home and looking to move into their second home. Here's a quick recap of what year-over-year price appreciation has looked like for the GTA. The average price of a property, and again, don't forget, this is a macro number that I'm hitting you across all housing types. Back of November 2022, an average property in the GTA was trading at $955,892. Fast forward to November 2021, that average property in the GTA is trading at $1.163 million, which is a 21.7% increase year over year for that average property in the GTA. With this being said, I also predict that we'll begin to see a softening in the aggressive price appreciation we've been experiencing the past 12 months, and this will most likely take place in the latter part of 2022. I think we'll continue to see prices go up at a much more manageable pace, and most likely starting in Q3 of this year, of 2022. The reason for this: mortgage rate increases and possible monetary policy influences and perhaps further tax implications or even restrictions regarding non-resident owners will begin to take effect. This past year, we've seen anywhere from 20 to 25% of all real estate transactions completed by non-resident owners. And before you start equating non-resident owners to foreign buyers, please note that the majority of these transactions, non-resident owner transactions, were completed by local buyers in the marketplace purchasing their first, second, and third investment properties in 2021. My third prediction is I predict we will see at least a 15% increase in the price of a resale condo next year in 2022. This will heavily be fueled by, again, net immigration coming into the GTA, people desperately trying to get back to the new normal, and the fact that construction starts will continue to be delayed in 2022. I predict that a large portion of this price appreciation will happen in the beginning of 2022. What I mean by that is in Q1 and Q2, essentially the first 6 months, as interest rates continue to hold at all-time lows. This coupled with the fact that the rental market continues to heat up with inventory being gobbled up at lightning fast pace, multiple offers, and people actually offering sight unseen will ultimately have those would-be renters struggling to find a place to rent and ultimately jump into home ownership into 2022. Here's the numbers between what an average condo in the GTA has been trading for in the past year. That average condo in the GTA back in November 2020 was trading around $605,966. Fast forward in November 2021, that average GTA condo was trading now at $715,000. That's an 18% increase year over year. And like I said before, this is going to be a particular segment of the housing category that is going to see a lot of frenetic activity with a lot of home buyers in 2022. Prediction number 4. I predict that mortgage rates will go up, and before you crucify me by telling me that you and everyone in the GTA knows that the mortgage rates are going to go up, let me share with you the mechanics as to why they're going to go up. Bear with me as I geek out for a hot second here. Number 1, the Bank of Canada is ending its quantitative easing, and you're going to say, well, what in the world is quantitative easing? Quantitative easing is a monetary policy whereby a central bank purchases predetermined amounts of government bonds or other financial assets in order to inject money into the economy to expand economic activity. Buying these securities adds new money to the economy, and it also serves to lower interest rates by bidding up fixed economy securities. It also expands the central bank's balance sheet. So if the Bank of Canada is going to stop quantitative easing, which it already has, what's going to happen? The fixed mortgage rates will be impacted in 2022. Now, before you say, well, we're free and clear of variable rates, they're going to stay whole, they're going to be steady. Not necessarily. Variable rates most likely will follow suit. I don't think that they're going to go up as much as the fixed rates will in 2022 because of the fact that the Bank of Canada has stopped its quantitative easing. Okay, there, I geeked out for a hot second. Okay, so now that we know that interest rates are going to go up in 2022, I anticipate the first rate hike to be an increase of around 25 basis points. What does that mean? 0.25%. In total, I think we'll have anywhere around 3 to 4 interest rate hikes in all of 2022 that will equate to around about 100 to 125 basis points, which means an interest rate hike of anywhere from 1% to about 1.25%. Again, that's not going to happen all at the same time. I anticipate that this is going to happen over the next 3 to 4 rate hikes in all of 2022. In terms of when we will see these mortgage rate hikes, again, I anticipate the first one most likely is going to come end of Q1, early Q2 of 2022. And again, that is purely speculative on my part. Don't hold me to that. My 5th prediction of 2022 is we will have less sales in the GTA in 2022. This past year, we saw from January 2021 to November 2021, around 115,000 sales. And most likely we're gonna top over 120,000 sales in the GTA as recorded by Treb, which would make it an absolutely record-breaking year in terms of sales. In this same time period, last year in 2020, we had just over 95,000 sales. And in 2019, we had just over 87,000 sales. So this year, 2021, having over 120,000 sales is absolutely bananas. And a lot of people say, well, what happened with inventory? Everyone keeps talking about, not having enough inventory. It's not necessarily that we didn't have a lot of inventory. It's just the fact that the inventory that came to market was gobbled up so quickly. That being said, as we headed into Q4 of 2021, we did see historically low inventory levels. Some markets in the GTA saw anywhere from 5 to 6 days, months of inventory for a particular housing type. And obviously we know what fueled this incredible growth in sales: massive buyer demand and historically low interest rates. So why do I think we're going to have less sales in 2022? Number 1, interest rates are going to go up, and we know that, which will see a percentage of the buyers leave the buyer pool. And number 2, we're going to continue to see very low inventory. I predict we'll see even lower levels of inventory than in 2021 in 2022, which would mean obviously less overall sales. And please don't think that this is going to signal a price correction, because it won't. We'll continue to see home prices increase, but not at such a rapid pace as we did in all of 2021. And this slowdown in terms of price appreciation, I'll say it again, this slowdown in price appreciation, which means it's not going backwards, is most likely going to begin in Q3 and Q4. So in 2022, don't forget, one of my earliest predictions is that we're going to see an overall increase in pricing, anywhere from 10 to 12% in the freehold market and around 15% in the condo market. And here it is, my biggest and boldest prediction yet. All right, I predicted Bennifer were going to get back together, but I predict in 2022, Kanye and Kim getting back together. And yes, it's a little strange that Kanye bought a house across from his ex, but I anticipate that they will get back together in 2022. There you have it, my biggest and boldest prediction. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to send me a text, shoot me over an email, DM, or even comment below. Anyways, there you have it, my 2022 real estate predictions in the GTA market. As always, be great, be kind, everyone. Take care.